Is this thing on? Hey everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Pulled back a little today so you can see my awesome Halloween costume. For those of you who do not know, I have had this since I was 20 years old. Actually, my mom made a replacement for me last year, but I am so attached to this stained and torn costume, I can't let it go. Halloween's kind of my jam. So today I have a really fun Halloween card and an embossing folder that is the bomb for Halloween. Seriously, it's so cute and I love how this turned out. So stick around, my Halloween card project is coming up next. It's for my job. So here's a look at the products I'm going to be using today, and this 3D embossing folder, check out what it does. Cute ghosts. Now those are cute ghosts. Let's pop this out. You got the embossing folder with the ghosts. You know how I feel about the Halloween holiday. So I've got that. I've got a piece of Neenah Solar White Classic Crest in the 110 pound. And then I've just pulled 3 classic colors, right, for the Halloween holiday, because we do celebrate it pretty big around the Zielske household. And the here for the booze, shadow, and dye. Get it? Booze, not booze. I'm not really a big boozer. I'm going to get started with some ink blending first, and then we'll move on to our funky embossing. So I'm going to bring in my blender brushes. Just want to show you, I have a set now just for oxides. Oh, now they're falling out. And I have them in this cool layer cake holder, which I will link below because it's kind of a cool thing. But I wanted, you don't need extra brushes for different inks. I just do it because, well, I work in the craft biz, and I figure, why not? Gonna grab my little pad here. Yeah, I have extra brushes because I use my brushes for my job. But here's the beautiful thing. If you just have a few brushes, just, wipe them off in between, right? Wipe them off in between what you're gonna use, whether you're going from a dye ink, which is water-based, to something like an oxide, which is a hybrid ink that's more like a pigment ink. You just, you just wipe off and you're good to go. And then every now and then, if you're feeling it, just clean your brushes with brush cleaner and some soap. And actually, you can use this little friend in water with some brush cleaner to clean brushes. Works like a charm. All right, so I'm going to load this up. Actually, just go like this. Load up my brush, make sure there's goodness on there, and I'm just going to ink blend on to have some color. I'm not going for subtlety here. I'm going for the full-on effect of I don't even know why I tapped off there. That makes no sense, Cathy. Just bring it in. Bring it like you mean it, okay? Because we're going to have a fun, little, colorful, Halloween-y background. Now, I'm going to grab Seedless Preserves, another fantastic color. And again, I can just come here and, rub this on to see what was, I think I did Wilted Violet last time, but this time we're going deep. We're going deep into the Halloween trenches of the classic triad, except I'm not using green on here. So that's the only difference. A lot of times when I'm doing a Halloween card, I will do the classic triad. Why are green, purple, and orange so good together? Because they sit in a triangular relationship across from one another on the color wheel. And what do you get when you do that? Well, you get, and I'm going to lightly go over here to kind of blend this in, you get high contrast. High contrast. And sometimes high contrast is exactly what we want. So I'm just going to come up a little with that purple and see what happens. Let's kind of see what happens. Again, the whole goal here is just to create a background. All right, closing this up for now. I'm also going to grab just a little Post-it tape for my fingers because I do not want to get my fingerprints all over here. Oxides are creamier, so your fingers will, let's get that open there, will show up, or your fingerprints. Black soot, again, I'm not sure why I use this gray brush for pink, but I'm going to wipe it off, get rid of that pink. We're saying bye-bye. And now we're just going to get you loaded up with black. There we go. I just figured the gray brush, it's perfect to have the black soot. So we'll bring that in from the bottom like that and just color it up. Don't really know where we're going, but I guess we'll know when we get there. But I do like black soot. It's Such a lovely inky blacky color, but it's also a little chalky, so I always find it a little spooky. Okay, come up a little on the side and just let that go like that. I'm going to come back over with all the colors. That's the other wonderful thing about the oxides, is that they layer really well, right? There's a level of opacity, which we appreciate, right? We're coming back in, and I'm just going to come right over the center here like that. Do a little more blending, just till it looks creamy enough. Like that. And here you just kind of go until you like it. You know, there's no hard or fast rule. Just going to go until we think that looks pretty good. You know, spooky, it's not too spooky. It's good enough. Let's just come in here a little, like that. Maybe go back over that. Bump up the spiced marmalade. But I think that's good, right? Look at that. It may be a little chalky here, so maybe I need to just get in a little more with the black soot and come back over that a little more with the seedless preserve. Just play. Just play, have fun, and feel your inner blender. All right. I think that's good to go. So now I'm going to put these away and grab my die cut machine so we can emboss this cardstock. The sandwich I use for the 3D embossing folders looks like this. I take the plates out, leave the platform in. I have a metal shim, right, that I use sometimes when well, I actually have a couple of these. This one I tend to just use for this now. And I have my embossing folder that I'm going to pop this into. Now let me open this up and see which side is the popping the ghosts up, right? That's what I want. I want them to be pressed up into this pattern, and I think that's the way we need to go. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to spray a little water, not on the front, right? I don't want to mess up the front. I'm going to spray some on the back side just to soften the cardstock. So you'll hear this off camera, just like that, just to give it a little misting. I'm going to place it right inside. I am going to be trimming this down a little too because that probably looks good. Now I'm going to set this right here, but I'm also going to grab a piece of cardstock, and how appropriate for Halloween to complete the triad. Just going to have a cardstock shim on top as I run this through. I think this will work, right? Yeah, cardstock's coming through. So we are now embossing that lovely pattern of ghosts. Let's see, how are we doing? Into that cardstock. We're going to see how it looks. Go back and forth a few times. Go through just to really get it pressed in there, because there you go. I'm using 110-pound weight cardstock, so let's see if I pressed it up the right side. Did I? Oh, I hope I did. I think I did. I just have to lift it and get it out. Come on now. Come on. Peel and reveal. Oh my gosh. Look at the ghosts. Oh my gosh. Isn't that fun? Look at the texture. Oh, look at that. Not a cracked piece of paper in there. Now I actually think maybe I do want to sprinkle on a little bit of water to this. So let's get the die cut machine out of the way for a second. I'm going to take this fan brush. I'm going to saturate it with water off camera. You can just hear. If you don't have like a pan of water ready, you can always just do this. And I got my paper towel here that I was using, right? I'm just going to tap on a few specks, just a little like that. And of course you get that great oxide reaction, right? It's so cute. Just a little. And that, I'm going to let it dry because I will cut this down. But right now, isn't that fun? Oh, I love it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut here for the booze out of matte gold cardstock. And then I've got some black cardstock here, and I'm going to cut the shadow layer and a couple more here for the booze so that it comes up and it all has like a black core. So I'm going to do this on my Gemini just because this is such a delicate little die and sometimes my little wrists appreciate the electronic machine. So I'll cut those out and be right back. So here's the beautiful cut from the Gemini. So I'm going to spray a little craft bond, a little spray adhesive so that I can glue all this together. And then I had another little idea that I think could work, but the first thing I'm going to do is spray this off camera into my little box, and then I can glue them all together. I'm actually working a bit out of order because I would have rather glued all these together, but separately, I wasn't really thinking, so I'm gonna have to go with this tone on tone and hope that I get it lined up. Little harder to see here, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Get over there. All right, where's my brick? Favorite little pressers. Got a whole bunch of them. So there's layer one. I just sprayed the backs of all of them and wasn't thinking that I could have probably just done have the gold, have this all stacked before doing this part. But you know what? This is actually a nice way to build up dimension. And I never think to do it this way. But here comes the gold layer, which by now you will see brings in just that little something extra. A little something, something. Oh my gosh, look at that. You know, this new cardstock is called matte, but it's really got nice shine to it. And look at how nice that is now. Our little pop of dimension has a black core. And I think that's lined up really well. I am going to grab something to add to this panel. So that is nicely adhered. And I'm going to show you my plan. So I have not used these in a really long time. I bought these, I think, within the first day that I started making cards. They are the Gansai Tambi watercolors, and there's just so happens to be in here, and I don't know, can I get this out? I think so. There happens to be a gold metallic, which is quite literally the only metallic watercolor I own. So here's what we're going to do. This is my box that I glue in. And basically, I just flipped over the paper that I just used. I'm going to pop this in here, right? Because I think it would look cute to do some splatters of gold. That way, we get a nice connection to the title. So I'm just going to wet this pan like that, I think. I'm going to spray my brush a little too. And you know what? I can get this out of the way for now just to see if it's going to work. I think it will. But I love, let's see how that's going to look. See how I'm just kind of making a melange? I might have too much water in there. Let's see. Oh, look at that. See, it gives you a nice splatter pattern. So I think I will throw that down and let's do some gold splatters. Let's just do it. Who knows? I think it will be cute. I think it will be just enough to be cute on the card. Nothing heroic, right? Just some splatters. Of course, the splatters get lighter as you go, and you can really see them down there on the black. Oh my goodness, I think that's really cute. All right, take a look. So once this dries, we'll have a little gold metallic splatter on this panel. I'm going to trim this panel down a bit, and I don't want to use one of my layers dies because I don't want to smush anything. So I'm going to trim this to be, let's see here, 3 3/4, like that, by 5. Now, I think I'm going to take, no, you know what? I'm going to take a little off the bottom, like that, and then I'll take a little bit off the top too, so we get that. I don't want to lose the magic of the 3 colors, but now I have this panel and I have my greeting. So let's get our card base ready. So this will be a top folding card panel USA 2, and let's score that right at 5.5, like that. So interesting on a day where I'm filming, it's rather cloudy, how the light shifts in here. even with studio lights. I apologize for that. You know, this happens. All right, foam tape on the back of my ghosty panel. And then a little framing it out at the top so I have that nice even margin space all the way around. Oh, so cute. Look at that. Look at those ghosts. I mean, they're just so cute. I'll just take these guys off as well. Here for, wait, is that, or is it cute or straight? Oh, I'm torn. I think it's cute or a little straighter. I don't know why. Normally I would do an angle, but I think that is the finished card project. So again, the light in here is making it seem less saturated than it is, but it's very deep and dark. There we go. That's more what it looks like. I love this. I hope you enjoyed this little Halloween-inspired card project. I will have all the supplies that I've used in today's project linked below my video, and I will see you back here with another card project soon. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.